Hi, this is Allison with My LA Travels, and I'm here just north of Cancun at Beloved Playa Mujeres, a small boutique resort within the Excellence Collection, featuring only 110 rooms, many of which were recently updated. Follow along as I show you the beach, the pools, the restaurants, and several different room types. Let me help you decide if this quiet, intimate resort is the best place for your next vacation. So what makes Beloved Playa Mujeres different from Excellence and finest resorts? Beloved is designed to be smaller and more intimate. There are no large groups here, no weddings, just couples looking to recharge, rest, and truly relax. One thing I really want to point out is there's no difference between club and non-club levels here at Beloved. All guests have access to all amenities, which is a nice change if you've been debating whether to upgrade at other Excellence Collection resorts. During our stay, the guest services manager told us the resort was at 80 to 90% capacity, and we absolutely never felt crowded at any point. That's one of the things I loved most about Beloved. It just felt peaceful and relaxed the entire time. This was our first stay at Beloved, so we were really excited to see how it compared to the other properties in the Excellence Collection. I'll share all my comparison thoughts at the end, plus I'll break down exactly what we paid for on this trip, so make sure you stick around for that. Okay, let's start with the arrival. From landing at the airport until getting into our season's transfer, it only took 30 minutes total. We didn't have to wait for check bags this time because we were fully packed in our Béis carry-on luggage. I absolutely love these bags. I got them this summer and they're perfect for travel and look great too. From there is a quick 40-minute ride in our season's transfer over to the resort, and we were there in no time. Bookings made directly with the resort always include free private transportation through Seasons to and from the airport. And I do all of my clients' bookings directly with the resort. So if you reach out to me, I'll make sure you get your free transfers when booking with any property in the Excellence Collection. As soon as we arrived at Beloved, we were greeted as family, which was such a great touch from the staff. We got a cold towel, a cold glass of champagne, and were immediately sat down to check in. If you've been to an Excellence resort before, you know how they start your vacation off right. Check-in is at 3 p.m. and we arrived a few hours earlier. So we grabbed some lunch, checked out the resort, and we were able to get into our Terrace Suite, which I'll show you later in the video. The beach here at Beloved is huge with a large area of sand between the loungers and the actual ocean. You have multiple lounge choices, including regular beach loungers, lounge beds, and cabanas that are available for an extra charge if you want something more private. Cabanas can cost anywhere between $60 and $90. Our beach concierge, Fabiola, took care of us every single day, and Benito and Antonio provided amazing drinks and food service. The service here was fantastic. We never felt like we were waiting for anyone to serve us. We absolutely loved hanging out on the beach here at Beloved. Honestly, we thought it was the best spot at the entire resort. The vibe was just so relaxing. We had no trouble getting a spot any of the days we were there. But I will say on our final day, every beach chair ended up being taken by midday. So when the resort is at capacity, you may have some trouble if you're a super late riser. Just something to keep in mind. There are also activities available here. Sailing and kayaking are provided free of charge, while jet ski rentals and parasailing are available right on the beachfront for an extra cost. And because Playa Mujeres is a gated beach area, there are no beach vendors roaming the beach. None at all. No one was walking up, selling souvenirs, or trying to braid your hair. It was completely relaxing and made a great spot to truly unwind. We visited in December, and while there were people in the ocean, it was a little too chilly for us. But there was no seaweed at all during our stay, and the ocean was absolutely gorgeous. Let's talk about the pools. There are a few different options here at Beloved. The main pool, though, was not heated while we were there in December, and it was very cold. I was told, though, it could be heated, so I'm not sure what determines when they turn the heat on or off, so who knows. There was a hot tub, though, off the main pool, and that was heated, and we definitely enjoyed that one. One thing to note, there are only about 10 beds around the main pool, and those definitely did fill up pretty quickly in the morning. There are also 2 swim-up pools, each with a hot tub or 2 as well. Again, only the hot tubs were heated during our stay. The pools in front of building 2 and 3 always had lounger space though, so if the main pool area is full, just head over there. There's also a 4th pool, a small splash pool area near the taco truck. No one ever used it while we were there, and from information that I gathered, this resort was a family resort years ago. So my guess is that it was probably a kids pool back then, and now it just looked like a nice design feature. Now, let's talk about the food because I know that's important to most of you. One thing I love about Beloved is that none of the restaurants require reservations. Everything is first come, first serve, which makes it so easy to be spontaneous. But do note that not every restaurant is open every night, so consult the Excellence Collection app for the schedule. El Mar is the seafood restaurant right on the beach, and it's hands down the best restaurant at the resort. Why? The seafood is incredibly fresh, the flavors are on point, and you can't beat the ambiance of dining right by the water. They also have fresh lobster, though just to note, it's not available from April through June. We ate here multiple times. For breakfast, we had the waffle, hotcakes, scrambled eggs, and the omelet. It was a great spot for breakfast, right on the beach, early in the morning. Such an awesome way to start your day. For lunch, Kevin went all out with the Peruvian ceviche, the tuna tataki, and octopus tostada for the appetizers, and the ensenada tacos for his entree. We split the passion fruit shaboust and 12-layer chocolate cake for dessert. Both were amazing. For dinner, Kevin went big again. He ordered the tempura shell, crab cake, clam chowder, and his absolute top dish of the entire trip, the tuna carpaccio. He could not stop talking about it. He also got the boiled lobster. I had the fettuccine, but asked them to sub in chicken instead of shrimp, and it was delicious. Honestly, that dinner was the overall best meal we had during our stay. This was the only place we saw that ever had a wait, so just something to consider when you're planning your evening. But if you do have to wait, just go hang out at the bar at La Isla right next door. You can really spend a lot of time at this spot with it open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and you won't regret it. Next up is the Lopita Steakhouse. It is up near the Lopita Lounge, close to the main building and lobby. It's a nice setting, and just to note that men do need to wear long pants here. Kevin started with the beef carpaccio and the marrow and ribeye. Another top appetizer pick for the week. For entrees, he had the porterhouse steak and I had the sirloin. The steaks were pretty good, though not 5-star steak worthy, but definitely tasty. They have lots of choices for sides here as well. For dessert, we had the lava red velvet and some other special desserts to celebrate my birthday. Le Bessou is the French restaurant, also requiring long pants for men. Kevin started here with the lobster salad, escargots, and onion soup. For entrees, Kevin had the lamb chops, and I ordered the filet mignon. I'll be honest, this was probably our least favorite restaurant. The food was pretty good, but the atmosphere was a little quiet, a little dim, and we were already pretty tired that night, so it just ended up not being our favorite of the week. It wasn't bad by any means, just not as memorable as El Mar or Lopita. This is also where the breakfast buffet is served every day. While not as big and expansive as the buffets you'll find at the Excellence Resorts, it has most everything you would expect from a breakfast buffet. There are no made-to-order stations, but there is a menu, so you can order things like omelets and pancakes and have them served fresh to you. The Lopita Lounge has a sushi and ceviche bar in the evenings during the nighttime entertainment. It's a great spot to come for appetizers or a snack after dinner. Kevin ordered sushi most evenings we were there. La Isla is the Italian restaurant above the main pool. Compared to El Mar, La Isla was much less crowded, but it had amazing views and amazing drinks. For lunch, Kevin had the deep-fried squid and caprese salad for appetizers. Then he ordered the spicy rigatoni. I had the capellini and added chicken to it, and this was one of my top dishes for our stay. And I have to tell you, the best dessert I had the entire trip was the Italian lime tart here for lunch. It was incredible. I actually wish I had gone back another day to get it again. We doubled up on dinner spots our last night to make sure we hit all the restaurants, and La Isla was stop one for us that night. Kevin had the ham and figs, and I had the Caesar fondue. For entrees, Kevin had the ricotta ravioli, and I had the gorgonzola chicken. For dessert, we had the caprese chocolate cake. Then there is a taco truck, Bocadito, which was fantastic. Incredible tacos. We hit up this spot multiple times and enjoyed it every time. It has seating around it and serves made-to-order tacos during the day. It's a great casual lunch option. Cafeto had some incredible desserts and snacks. We stopped for gelato every day, as well as some frozen coffees. They also have a cronut-style pastry that is a must-get during your stay. Then there's room service, which is available 24 hours a day. The room service here was quick, especially compared to an Excellence resort where it could take sometimes an hour to get your food. Here, we ordered food and it arrived in 15 to 20 minutes. That was a pleasant surprise. If you've been to Beloved before, I'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment and let me know what was your favorite restaurant or dish. If you're planning your first trip, let me know which restaurant you're most excited to try. Next up, let's talk about one of my favorite places always at resorts, the spa. Here at Beloved, it had a grand entrance, all white decor, really setting the tone when you first step in. One of my favorite things to do at any resort in the Excellence Collection is the hydrotherapy. While at Excellence Resorts, you have to book a club level room to have this complimentary session. Here at Beloved, it is included for everyone. There are several circuits you do during your session, but a few things you do have to pick between. First would be between the steam room or the sauna, and then choose between hot and cold plunge pools or showers. You can also upgrade to experience the full hydrotherapy circuit. We are Diamond Rewards members with the Excellence Collection, so we get a diamond ritual at the spa. This includes a back scrub and a back massage, and it's about 40 minutes. We really enjoyed it, and there are options to upgrade it even more if you want. If you're wondering about the rewards program, it's actually pretty easy to move up. To reach the diamond level, you need to have spent over $7,000 with the Excellence Collection over a rolling 4-year period. The discounts really do add up. And on this particular trip, we saved $375 on this trip alone for a 3-night stay. I always like to be upfront about what's not included in an all-inclusive, because I think it helps to set expectations. So here's the list. Spa services, beyond the free hydrotherapy session and diamond ritual if you're a rewards member. Higher-end wines at dinner or bottles of wine. The house wines are included though. Wine pairings and tastings. The beach cabanas I mentioned earlier. Excursions, and room extras like balloons or flowers for special occasions. Just good to know going in so there are no surprises. And since I get asked about this a lot, tipping is a personal decision. But I always tip at resorts unless there is a no tipping policy like with Sandals Resorts. Beloved does not have a no tipping policy, so if you receive great service, feel free to show your appreciation to those hardworking staff. I also always talk with my clients to give them a general idea of tipping suggestions for their travel destinations. For a small boutique resort, there isn't a lot of nighttime or nightlife compared to Excellence properties. But honestly, that's kind of the point of Beloved. It's meant to be quiet and relaxing. During the day, you'll find craft activities, ceviche making classes, fitness classes, and Mexican bingo at the main pool. Not a ton of people joined in though, maybe up to 10 people max that we saw. During the evenings at the Lapita Lounge, you'll find an instrumentalist and then usually some kind of singer. Again, not a ton of people attend, maybe up to 20 people, but it's a nice low-key vibe. Now, let's talk about the different room types. But first, if you're finding this video helpful, please take a quick second to like and subscribe below. It really does help a channel like mine, and it makes a big difference for me. All right, there are some really nice room options here at Beloved Playa Mujeres. And stick around because I'll share exactly what we paid for our stay at the end of the video. We decided to stay in an ocean view terrace suite with a plunge pool. We were in room 230. We really debated between this room and a Casita, but in the end, I'm glad we chose the Terrace Suite because these rooms have recently been updated, whereas the Casitas haven't yet. Our Terrace Suite with plunge pool had an ocean view. There's also a non-ocean view version, which just seems to be on a lower floor or angled away from the ocean. I wouldn't say we had a full ocean view, but we could see some of it. These room types are located on the edges of buildings 1 through 3. When you first walk in, you'll have your bar set up with alcohol, snacks, and your mini fridge. You'll then arrive at your bathroom area with double vanity sinks. I really like the magnifying mirror available with different light settings. You have a huge walk-in shower with a bench. It comes with a handheld and a rain head. You also have the toilet area and your closet that comes with a safe and a steamer. Then you have your large king-size bed with nightstands and many electronic switches. I personally love the good night button that turns everything off at bedtime. Also, don't miss the pillow menu. They have different pillow options you can choose from to customize your sleep. Definitely take advantage of that. You do have a desk with a chair as well if you need to work. Speaking of working, the Wi-Fi was pretty good overall. There were some dead spots in certain areas, including parts of our room, but for the most part, we were able to get access without issue. We had no trouble doing video calls over Wi-Fi, so if you need to hop on a quick work call, that should be fine. There was a slatted partition if you wanted to close off the living and bedroom areas as well. In the living room, you have a couch, a table, and chairs. One thing I will note is there isn't a ton of light in the living room, just a single lamp. I'm not sure if more lighting is coming or not, as these rooms were just recently updated. You also have your flat screen TV and some decorative tables and compartments. On your balcony, you'll have a table and chairs, as well as a daybed to lounge on. And your terrace to the side is huge and includes chairs to sunbathe on, your plunge pool, and a shower. At first, our plunge pool was definitely not heated, so we weren't sure if it got any hotter than what would naturally get from the sun. And there were no controls anywhere to be found. But the next day, it was super heated, like 106 degrees. So we called and asked them to turn it down a bit, and they were there within minutes. So just so you know, if you do have any type of private or personal pool at the resort, you can call the front desk and they will turn the temperatures up or down for you, no problem at all. I really like all the design selections they've made in these rooms. I love the new modern furniture. Overall, the renovations done here are fantastic, and this room was one of the best we've stayed at in the Excellence Collection. If location is everything to you, the first floor Casita is where it's at. Your steps from the beach, steps from the main pool, and you have your own private pool right outside your door. This is the ultimate grab your coffee and be in the sand in under a minute kind of room. These rooms, as you can see, are not renovated yet. This is what most of the rooms look like design-wise before the renovations. We were told they'll start renovating the Casitas one at a time once the high season is over, so I'd expect those to begin around mid-2026. But these are great rooms with private pools and quick and easy access to the beach and the main pool. Walking through, you still have a king-size bed, a nice walk-in closet with plenty of space for your luggage, and a comfortable bathroom with a good-sized shower. The living area is cozy and functional, perfect for when you want to relax inside for just a bit. Some rooms are labeled beachfront. They're all right there together, so it's not a huge difference. You may just have the main pool in front of you. The second floor version of these rooms have a rooftop terrace and a plunge pool. I didn't get to view these, but my guess is the main level is a bit smaller than the first floor Casita to account for the stairs that go up to your rooftop. If you want a beautiful, updated room with a private jacuzzi, but don't need the massive terrace, the Junior Suite is your sweet spot. You get so many of the same features as the larger suites at a more accessible price point. This is a great value room for couples who plan to spend most of their time at the beach and pool anyways. We were able to get into this room, room 214, as a hospitality room the day we checked out. Our flight wasn't until the evening, so if available, they will give you a hospitality suite so you can change and shower before you head out, and we really appreciated this. Inside, you have your bar area stocked with liquor and mini fridge. The same great selections as the other rooms. The shower is really nice, plenty of room to move around, and the king bed is just as comfortable as the larger suites. Honestly, it was everything you need without the extra square footage. There are rooms like this that are labeled Ocean View, and mainly those are on higher floor rooms. This room is on the second floor, and in many ways, this room is very similar to ours without the big terrace and a few minor differences inside. Okay, if you really want to go all out, let me show you the Penthouse Suite. This room is absolutely massive. We're talking a separate living room, separate bedroom, a walk-in shower that's probably the double size of a standard room, and space for days. If you've ever wanted to feel like you have an entire luxury apartment at the resort, this is it. We got a chance to tour a recently renovated Penthouse Suite, room 241, which is Beloved's version of an Imperial Suite if you're comparing to an Excellence property. This is the top suite offered at Beloved Playa Mujeres, and it is huge. These rooms were just renovated, and from what I heard, they did undergo some big changes. I've heard they used to have kitchen areas, so some people were disappointed that those were removed. But honestly, I don't think I would have the need for one. Also, another note here is that we were told that not all the furniture for this room category is in yet. So there's still a desk, a dining table, and more to come, which I know is important to many people. I was also told that if any guests needed those items in the near term, they would happily accommodate and bring some furniture to the room to ensure all your needs are met. The bar setup here is impressive, fully stocked with premium liquor options and of course your mini fridge. There's also a sliding window right next to the bar that lets you serve the plunge pool area on your terrace. You have a half bath for guests or an extra bathroom for you, and then this huge living room that opens up to what will be a dining room. The king bed is in a completely separate bedroom, which really makes it feel like a luxury apartment. The walk-in closet has room for everything you could possibly bring. The bathroom, let me show you the shower. It is probably double the size of the one in our Terrace Suite, with that same rain head and handheld combo. There are some special amenities you get when you book a Penthouse Suite. One of my favorites is you get a day pass to one of the other Excellence Collection resorts in the Playa Mujeres area. So that's Finest Playa Mujeres, Excellence Playa Mujeres, or the brand new Excellence Coral Playa Mujeres. I think this is a fantastic way to get a chance to spend time at another nearby resort, especially if you have a long stay. You also get a private 1-hour barman service in your room, unlimited hydrotherapy sessions, and a romantic wine pairing dinner, and much more. So, is Beloved right for you? Here's my take when comparing it to the Excellence properties. So let me really break this down. Beloved and Excellence resorts are very different experiences, even though they're part of the same collection. If you're a huge extrovert or looking to meet new people and have a more social, lively time, Beloved is probably not the place for you. Remember, no groups are allowed here at all. At Excellence resorts, you'll find a lot more daytime entertainment, especially around the main pool, where there's always something happening with people. Excellence properties also have a big theater with larger scale shows in the evening. And every Excellence resort has this huge martini bar that becomes the life of the party throughout the night. And that's just not the case at Beloved. And I wouldn't even say Excellence resorts are party resorts. Many people would describe them as chill and luxurious, but Beloved is even more so. But here's the thing, that's kind of the whole point of Beloved. If you're looking for a quiet, intimate, couples-focused resort where you can truly relax and recharge, Beloved is absolutely perfect. The smaller size means less crowds, more personalized service, and a peaceful atmosphere throughout your stay. If you're good with just you, your significant other, and wanting that quiet, spa-like experience, then you will love it here. If you just want to disconnect and spend quality time with your partner, enjoy beautiful beaches, great food, exceptional service, then Beloved is calling your name. As for when to visit, peak season is usually December through April, when people in cold weather may want to escape. Personally, I think shoulder seasons are great, so think April through May and September through November. Now, fall is technically the height of hurricane season, but here's the great thing about Beloved and other Excellence resorts. If you book refundable rate, you can cancel up until 3 p.m. the day before your reservation. So if you see a hurricane headed that way, you can cancel, no problem. All right, as promised, let's talk about what this actually costs. Junior suites can start around $865 a night, and the Penthouse Suite can start at around $1,350 per night before any discounts. For reference, our 3-night stay in the Ocean View Terrace Suite was $2,788, and this was in December, right after Christmas, which is peak season. If you're a rewards member, you'll get extra discounts on top of that. So with our diamond discount, our room was only $2,418. One tip I always share, the best pricing for Beloved or any Excellence property is usually the earliest you can book. Prices typically only go up as you get closer to your travel dates. We booked this trip in March of 2025 for a December of 2025 travel, so almost 9 months out. You can usually book at least a year in advance, but usually further out. If you're ready to book or have any questions, you can reach me at allison@myalleytravels.com or visit myalleytravels.com. I book directly with the resort, so you get fully refundable rates and free airport transfers included. I am one of the top overall travel agents that books the Excellence Collection properties, and I have great connections with the brand and insider info, so take advantage of my expertise to help make your vacation the best. Overall, we had an amazing stay at Beloved Playa Mujeres. The service was fantastic, the beach was stunning, and the intimate atmosphere was exactly what we needed. Now I want to hear from you. Have you stayed at Beloved before? Are you thinking about booking? Let me know in the comments below what you're most excited about. If you found this video helpful, please take a second to hit the like and subscribe button. You have no idea how much it helps a small channel like mine, and I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.